joining us today on the Destiny Education Student Corner. And so, as our custom is on our Student Corner, basically it's just to have our current students or alumni come share their experience with us. We're having Mr. Lanre today join us. So I'm excited to have you here with me today.
Yeah, good evening. Hope I'm loud and clear.
Very well, very well, very well. Yes, I can hear you loud and clear. Thank you so much for taking out the time to come be of service to us on this platform. We are grateful for that.
It's a pleasure.
Okay, so before you joined, I was just talking a bit about you. And so I think it's proper that you just give us a official introduction of yourself to us. So kindly introduce yourself to us.
Okay, good evening, everyone. My name is Lanre Oguntoye. Okay, I am a teacher and a science teacher. And beyond that, I am a technology integration specialist. I'm one of the few HP IDEA fellow that we have in Nigeria. HP IDEA is Innovation Digital Education Academy, that actually works towards technology integration. And with respect to education, I also do trainings for teachers. I'm also the director of Teach to Reach initiative. It's actually an SDG4 initiative that's actually see to teacher development, teacher training, and enhancing the pedagogy of teachers. So I basically work in the education sector. That's where I create my impact. Yeah, I think that's in a brief form just summarizes it. Yeah.
Yes. From what you've said now, you have done so much, in the educational space. And there was something I saw on your LinkedIn bio. I said I must ask you that question. On your LinkedIn banner, it says, I'm going to read it out. It's very interesting. It says, it says on LinkedIn, enhancing the brand called teacher. And I was really intrigued by that, like enhancing the brand called teacher. Can you just throw more light on that for us? Enhancing the brand called teacher.
I'm one of the few teachers who want to change the narrative. Anywhere you go, if you say you're people don't want to reckon with you. But a few of us want to change that. I can stand with anyone, any profession, any part of the world. And so I just want to put myself out there by virtue of the excellence with which I do my work. I want to cascade excellence. That's actually the motor that drives what I do. And I think in 2019, I won the most inspirational teacher in Nigeria. And last year, 2021, I won the Martina Teacher of the Lagos State Champion. So I think I'm doing a bit just to change the narrative, to let people know that you can thrive in any profession that you are. And being in the teaching profession is the mother profession. So one can thrive, one can do so well. Yeah. Thank you.
Wow, that's, what you've done is really commendable. I like the fact that for you, it's about changing the narrative, because when people hear about, like, when they hear I'm a teacher, there's a certain connotation to it. In fact, saying I'm an educator or I'm an instructor sounds more prestigious than saying I'm a teacher. But having you say, you want to change that narrative, it's something that is commendable. And my next question is, you are a multiple award-winning, instructor. And for you to have done that a couple of times, it shows that you are dedicated, you are diligent, and you are committed to excellence. So my question to you is, what exactly is the drive for you being that committed to in the educational space?
Yeah, well, I value education, seeing education as a tool for national development. If you see any nation that is thriving, they have strong education.
True.
And they are futuristic in the form of education that they have. So education is a tool for us to actually, drive survival. Any nation that wants to survive, wants to keep on going, must redefine the system through education. If our education system is not strong, our policy will have lapses. So it's not just about going to It's not about the government. It starts from the education. If the education is strong, if the education is refined, if the education is futuristic, then every other thing will come into place. So I say education is the bloodstream of national development. So if it's the bloodstream of national development, the best place to create impact for me is to be in the education sector. Now, I actually didn't, start wanting to be a teacher. Okay, I studied biochemistry, my first degree. Okay, and though I've always wanted to lecture or go into medicine and all that, but over the years I've been doing part-time teaching, and I saw a whole lot of lapses. And if everyone keeps complaining, then no one is good. They say everyone's job is no one's job. A few of us have to stay back and actually see what we can do. It's actually the passion to create a change in my little corner that has kept me in the education sector, and I want to say I'm loving it. I like it. It's been paying so far. Yeah.
Wow. I like how you encapsulate the things you say. There's some things you said that are really, in short, they are tweetable. You said education is a tool for driving change. This is me putting it in my own words, that education is a tool for driving change, and not just any change, but national change. My next question to you is, you are currently a doctoral student at Trident University, right? Which is one of Destiny Education's partner university. How has your experience been, being a doctoral student at that particular university?
It's been a wonderful experience. Actually, I want to say that it beats my imagination. Okay. In Nigeria, I've been to university 3 times. My first degree, and I have 2, postgraduate degree.
Wow.
Yes, so the physical experience, on-campus experience, now trying to switch onto, a kind of blended online learning. I actually wanted a university or a degree that will be accredited. That's so important to me. And so during my site, I came across Destiny Edu, and I had to sit down, look at the accreditation that the university has. Okay, go through the accreditation. I found out that they are regionally accredited. I mean, that's
yes.
the highest that you can get. So I felt, okay, I can throw my toe into this, and the experience has been wonderful. The online experience, the platform through which I learn is just so easy to navigate. It's like everything was thoroughly thought out. You can see organization, you can see excellence, you can see care. In the way everything is thought out. The student advisor, the financial advisor, the dean. I got a mail from the dean one day, and I was wondering, wow, how could someone get so the student asking how you doing, how you faring. Oh, I was like, I've never seen such from, not even from each other of department when I was going in Nigeria, university. I've not seen stuff. So the care was also, it's something I've not experienced before. So for me, the total package is wonderful. The way the lecturers respond to you, they make it so quick. They make it so, relatively so personal. You feel like you are being followed up. You feel like somebody at the end, not just reading on your own or studying on your own. It's much more personal, in as much as it is blended and online, because sometimes that's one of the fear people have to go to online. Will I be able to have access to my professor? Will I be able to have access to my lecturer and to my advisor? But the access is so clean, so clear cut. If you send a mail, within few minutes you get the response. That is a wonderful experience for me so far. Yeah, been a wonderful experience.
I like the fact that you are in love with the personalized touch, like the graduate support system that is made available to every student. And I also like the fact that you're making the most of the opportunity. So in terms of application of the knowledge that has been acquired, have you been able to apply it to your life professionally, business-wise, in every area of your life? Have you found the experience, the knowledge useful to you?
Absolutely. I mean, professionally first, because that's one of the reasons why I stepped up to take on the degree in, educational leadership. Yeah,
Yeah.
with special focus on instructional, instructional leadership, because that is the space I do teacher training. I just know that I need, if you look at the rot in our system, you cannot. Someone said that you cannot solve a problem with the same level of mindset that created it in the first
Yeah.
place.
Thinking that created the problem. Yes.
Exactly. You need a higher mindset. That's why I
True.
came into this. Decided to choose the EDD, which is the doctorate in education, as against the PhD, because the EDD gives me the opportunity to marry theory and practice. And I actually want to see how the things I'm learning, works in my system. And in fact, you can't successfully do the EDD if you are not practicing. So I'm a practicing educator. Yeah, because the coursework, the assignment, it has to do with what you are doing in your setting. Every module.
Wow.
Okay. The module is divided into, each module is divided into three. We have the discussion with your peers, with the professor. Then you have what we call the SLP.
Okay.
Then you have the case study. So the case study has to do with what you are going through, the theory that you have learned. How does it apply to your own system, in your own setting? So you must have a mindset that marries theory and practice. Otherwise, you are not going to pass your case study. And the case study is 50% of each module.
Wow.
So I mean, it's just, I mean, my first year that I did 4 courses: educational leadership, education finance and budgeting, principle of education, research, and education financing. And for each of these modules, I have practically seen how that applies into my work. For example, I run an initiative, a Teach to Reach initiative. The knowledge garnered from education financing, I mean, I was like, wow. I mean, so one could assess finance, one could disburse finance, one could handle the issue of budgeting. So it goes far beyond just teaching classroom work. There is a whole lot. Education is a robust sector, or I would like to use the industry. Okay, it's a robust industry. Okay, so issue of financing, budgeting, and even as head of department, I would call it head of year in my present place of work, and I know how issue of financing coming into play. So there are things that, I mean, how to do budgeting at the end of the session against next year. There are things that I do before, but now I do it with a sense of responsibility. I do it with a sense of stability. Okay, because I have knowledge. I know this is not just paperwork. It has to do with the concept. Every concept that you bring into your budgeting, and far beyond that too. There was a course that we did that has to do with research, applied research in education. I've always wanted to see how one can actually do thorough research. Okay, so that has helped me. It has helped to develop me. Now I can carry out independent research. Okay, in my place of work, I can gather data, carry out independent research, and comfortably do my publishing, publish out my paper. So I've gathered a whole lot, and I still have many more that I'm looking forward to get.
Wow.
Yeah.
I like how you highlighted that the curriculum is very holistic, that is not just driven towards one side. So it tries, as much as it's talking about leadership, it also teaches you about finance, teaches you about administration. And that's a very good thing. And I like the fact that you are, making the most of it, even as where you work in your own, and also in your own initiative, like you mentioned. So my next question to you is, if there's anyone that, has a bit of doubt as to, blending into embracing the whole online learning, what would be your take to them? Someone's like, the physical, I won't be able to have access to my lecturers, I won't be able to have access to connect with people, what would be your advice to such a person still trying to say, no, I can't embrace digital learning?
Yeah, I think for that person, The reason why you are saying you don't want to, number one, is because of what is obtainable presently in our system. A lot of people are, number one, will employer accept this? Okay, I want to go into the university. Is it tenable? So I want to advise, we need to be futuristic in approach. Now, initially, when online learning, I'm into learning innovation and digitization. So when online learning started, issue of Coursera and the likes. But now you notice that most university, even Harvard, Cambridge, they now have micro-credential courses.
Yeah.
They even put Coursera. But before, everybody took a back seat. But they have seen millions of people being engaged. That is the direction of education. That is the sustainable direction of education. That's the only sustainable direction. So one need to key in quickly. And for those who started earlier, it was cheaper. So earlier the better. The moment you keep delaying and keep delaying, it gets more competitive, get more expensive.
True.
And from my own experience, the online, education teaches you a whole lot. It's actually, puts you to the test. It puts you to the test because you are there. You need to do self-regulation. You need to do self-management on your own. Okay, so if all those things are understood, you have an open mind, a growth mindset for you to take it on. Okay, so for those of us who have been involved in online learning, I've also created online courses myself for educators because of the things that I've learned, okay, from Trident. As I'm learning from their platform and looking at how their platform is designed, I'm looking at the kind of services they are rendering, how they are dealing with me. I'm also using that to package my own platform. Okay, so online learning, blended learning is the future of education, is a sustainable future of education, is a direction of international learning, and much more that it provides opportunity for you to, retain your job, okay, for you to stay with your family. You retain your job, you stay with your family, you stay in your locality. If you have issues, changing location or changing accommodation, and you still have access to world-class education in the comfort of your home. Beyond academic degrees, whether in the professional setting, most trainings now are online. We can see what COVID has done. COVID has taught us, as a scientist, there's something in evolution that we call the climax community. Climax communities are attained when organisms or the integration of the biotic and the abiotic factor in an environment, come together, and as they grow, it gets to a point where nature wants to rejuvenate, nature wants to change itself. So COVID is a way, is a sound that nature is giving out to us that you guys need to adjust. You either evolve or you are what? You are withered out.
True.
So now everyone stays at home. We worked at home for almost a year.
True.
Those organizations that refuse to embrace online, that refuse to take their trainings online, that refuse to take part of their job online, they lost all billions of dollars.
True.
But those who are still surviving now, or those who have overtaken others, are the ones who embrace the change that came with the issue of COVID. And part of it is what? Education. Education is changing. We have more people, billions of people doing online study, either as micro-credential, whether as full degrees, whether as professional degree, than people who are in the physical setting. That is the direction of education. The earlier you come in, the better for you.
Wow. Well, I like how you brought everything into context, bringing it down from COVID and also thinking about it from a futuristic angle, which is actually where we are headed, because the whole social distance thing has not been totally eliminated. So it's either you, just like you said, it's either you evolve and adapt to it or you be rooted out, But my next question to you is, people also say, if I'm in the online space, I might not have the opportunity to be able to connect with people, like my classmates, partnerships or collaborations and all that. for you, how has that been? Has that been true? Have you been able to connect with people, you know, in terms of learning, people from, you know, because you're in that space, you enjoy something more or less like multicultural diversity, right? People from different ethnicity, different countries. You get to explore, you know, broaden your horizon. Have you had such experience whilst you're in Trident University?
Yeah, well, in Trident, you like you said, we have people from various, you know, part of the world coming together. Recently, my professor in the new course I'm taking law and policy, you know, in education. When she saw that, oh, I'm from Nigeria, she was like, wow. Then she began to tell me several things she's learned about Nigeria. I mean, we left the course beside and we began to discuss. She was telling me about how Nigerians abroad are the most, you know, read and all that. She was giving me data. And last year too, one of my classmates was from Iran. And we were talking, this guy was telling me how to pronounce, you know, certain things in Iran, you know, the language. And I was also telling him, oh, in Yoruba, this is how you call this is how you call that. That's the kind of interaction that we have. So what I want to say is this: if it's about being social, right? Getting the best of interactions about being social, whether it is physical, you can go into the physical classroom and not talk to nobody.
True.
You can go to the physical classroom and not relate with people if you are not the social type. So the world is changing now. Everybody has gadgets on their palm. You make new friends that you have not met. Okay, you still communicate with guys that you went to school 20, you know, 15, 20 years ago. You're still communicating. The last time you saw was 20 years ago, but you are still in touch because you are able to maximize what technology has brought to the fore. So in the learning space too, you need to now go out and see that, okay, I am here. I mean, you must understand the concept of education. It's not just for me to learn the materials that my professor is discussing with me. I'm looking at the attitude, I'm looking at the culture, I'm looking at the diversity. I'm looking at people in my career, what kind of job, because we introduce ourselves. You tell them what you do, your daily work. These are the things that I do. I'm from so place, your experience. Then you read through people's profile. Oh, you find out, oh, I love working with this person. I can learn from this person. I met someone who was my classmate who authored a book.
Wow.
You know, and when she published the book, she came to the forum, everybody celebrated. I said, wow, this is somebody I need to tap from. I'm working on a book on blended learning, okay, which I want to publish. So I'm looking up to her. She's going to give me some guide. She's going to talk me through how it works, how do you connect. So that is how you make connection. It has to start from within you. Know the goal of connection. Education, it gives you opportunity. So if you don't connect, you are not going to maximize the opportunity. So education opens the door, but it is your ability to make connection that helps you to walk through the door and take the things that education is providing for you. So all your professors that you are going to meet, keep their contact, keep their email. Okay, talk with them, you know, on occasions, discuss with them. A time is going to come that you want to do a project that you need someone on your board. You need, I mean, so you need to just email them. They know this used to be my student or used to be my classmate. I have classmates who came into education who are army generals.
Wow.
Yeah, in the United States Army.
Wow.
I have people who are in the police force.
Wow.
I mean, so it's a whole world of opportunity. You just need to make connections. That's how you make the best of it. Yeah.
Wow. You know, this interaction with you has been so enlightening and insightful. I like how you in every way you try to make the most of the opportunities that are present before you. And so this is my final question to you. So that person out there listening to us, trying to decide whether or not to take advantage of the Destiny Education's, you know, study grants, 90% of the tuition offer to study at a fully accredited American degree, you know, university. What would be your advice to that person?
Wow. I want to say that Destiny Edu has been doing a wonderful job. Before I got to, I think it's just by divine providence. I tell you, I have actually searched for about 6 months. Wow. In the heat of COVID, I was practically searching, I mean, seriously, morning to night, digging the internet, looking at several offers, and gotten some offers like that. But somehow, I can't tell what came up, how Destiny Edu pop up on my browser, and I saw it and I clicked, and I was just contacted by Nobel Johnson, a very fantastic, lady. I mean, initially I was scared because she was following me up, and I feel like who should follow who up? Is it the person that needs something or the person that wants to be helped? So I was scared. I felt like it's going to be a scam or something. But man, it's too good to be true, or too true to be good. Yes. So I just want to tell the people out there, embrace Destiny Edu offer. It is true, and it's the best you can get out there, honestly. Having access to 90% of the tuition fee as education grant, it's just so wonderful. I'll forever be grateful to Destiny Edu. Thank you.
All right. Thank you so much, Mr. Lanre. You have shared so much, so much value with us today. You've shared from your level of expertise, insight. You've given us so many insights. You're going as far as giving us insights of how the experience has been for you at Trident University. And so, from all of us at Destiny Education, we'd like to say thank you. Thank you for your time. Thank you for putting yourself in that space where you are developing yourself to cause a change for not just yourself, but also for the educational space. From this interaction I'm having with you, I can really tell that you are passionate about, bringing the change to the educational system. There's something you said that I'll still take. In fact, I'll give it to our social media guy to quote it. You're going to get a quote from something you said. You said, education is the tool for transformation or for change. There's a way you figured it out. We're going to have a tweet or a quote by you. I'm going to tag you on it. And so please, thank you so much. We are grateful for this opportunity. And so guys, we've come to the end of today's Student Corner with Mr. Lanre Oguntoye. So till the next episode, we hope to hear from you. If you're interested in taking advantage of our offer, please go to our website, www.destinyedu.com.